Good afternoon, I'm Jill Higgins and welcome to the presentation of my Capstone Project. This is my instructional design document. We'll start with the table of contents and scroll down slowly so it doesn't seem like it's going too fast. The title of my course is Adventure Seekers, a new student orientation course. This is designed for middle school students to give them the skills they need when they are starting an online course. I feel very passionate about this because in my experience as an online instructor for 12 years, many of the problems I deal with are from students who are just at a loss as how to begin and navigate their course. I see this repeated year after year, so I've often thought the best course of action was to have them establish those skills for themselves so that when they get into a real course, they won't feel so frustrated and alone. Plus, I've always thought it should have a fun theme, and that would appeal to these learners. And I've always loved the ocean, so I was able to easily incorporate the sailing metaphor. And I just want to point out this note here that explains I had an original version of this course that was to provide a comprehensive introduction, but for the purposes of 400, I had to refine my focus to 3 outcomes, which you'll see in the course learning outcomes and the module learning objectives. But everything else about the original course is intact for context and future plans, which I have noted along the way here. So we have all the elements, the knowledge gap, the target audience, the course type, the modality, the course learning outcomes, the module learning objectives, and I hope I'm not scrolling too fast. Then we have the subject matter experts and resources, the instructional design models I used, the learning theories that influenced me, my statement of AI use. And the very last thing is the digital media that we created in 300. And there were things that I had to revise because of choosing Canvas for my learning management system. There were certain things that I couldn't bring over, so the digital video is one of those, as is the screencast video and the interactive lesson. And here are my references at the bottom. All right, let's go on to our course. So, when you arrive in the course, you actually arrive on the dashboard. When you sign into the course, you'll arrive on the dashboard. You click the course card, as it's called, and you'll arrive on the home page. To start your journey, you'll click on the image. Right now, though, I wanted to show you my image source and copyright. Okay, so we click on the image to begin, and we have the course introduction. So we'll go to the welcome message video here with the transcript. After this is the syllabus. You click on the image. It will take you through the syllabus and we can see everything that was included. And to go back to the modules, we'll click here. And there is a PDF version here. So welcome to Module 1, Anchors Away. This is based on the course Learning Outcome 1. This is explained here and in the matrix here, and my footnote about using ChatGPT. Here are the learning objectives laid out again in a vertical format. The lesson description and the learning activities. I have built out module 3 to include all the details, so these are just descriptions for now. And the review will continue, and my reference page. So welcome to Module 2, Smooth Sailing. Again, we see it's based on Course Learning Outcome 2. We have the matrix table here. And we have the learning objectives here. And lesson. The lesson begins with the strategies for the online learning success quiz, which is the Kirkpatrick Evaluation Level 2 assessment we did in week 3. And the journal reflection, where I refer to a log that they've been keeping on their sailing journey. The journal reflection prompt asks them to think about the strategies that they've learned for succeeding in an online course, and is made up of 3 questions. The first question, you might notice, aligns to Bloom's taxonomy as an analysis. The second question also aligns to Bloom's taxonomy, but as an evaluation. And the third question also aligns to Bloom's taxonomy as a creation or for creating something. And my image reference there. And our Module 2 review. And our references for Module 2. Welcome to Module 3, Land Ho. Here's my screencast, where you just have to click on the screencast and it will open the video. Also, this link will open the video, and there's a transcript here. This is based on Course Learning Outcome 3. And the matrix table is here with 3 learning objectives. You can see how they correlate to each other. And again, a vertical representation of the learning objectives. The lessons here include written assignments, discussions, and multimedia presentations. Here's the short essay with the rubric. And here is a preview to the discussions. And here is discussion 1 that asks them to read an article and the rubric. And discussion 2, which follows up on what they've read, and the rubric here. And the third learning activity creating a multimedia presentation with a prompt, directions here. And I'm doing my best to keep this to 10 minutes. And the review for Module 3. And the references. And a nice congratulations for our adventure seekers. To ask them to take the survey. Sorry about that. And just a message to our adventure seekers, congratulating them and recognizing their growth and encouraging them to keep finding their new oceans. And here is the copyright, and we've reached the end of the course. Thank you so much for watching.